Very good morning, children and friends and parents. Now, today we are entering the 15th class of Vedic mathematics that's being conducted by the Aspiration for Ideal Manifestation Charities Trust. Today it's going to be one of the interesting topics that we have been, adding every week or regularly to our Vedic mathematics concepts. Today we are going to learn multiplication using Sutra Nikhilam. So this is very important as well as very useful technique for the multiplication. How we are going to do that we will just understand based on the example. This is all whatever we have learned in the previous class, that was the base and the deviation. You remember, right? The base and deviation. For example, there is a number called 12. So base is all the multiples of the tens only. It's 10 into 10 or 10 into 10 into 10, something like that. So the nearest base for this 12 is 10. And the deviation is 2. Similarly, for example, there is a number called 105. The nearest base would be 100. And the deviation will be 5. So this is all positive numbers. For example, there is a number called 97. What is the nearest base? The base is 100. And the deviation is 3, but it is minus, means it is less by 3 to the base that we are selecting. Similarly, 1001 is there. So base is 1000 and the deviation is 1. So now let's understand how we are going to use this base and deviation in the Sutra Nikhilam to get the product of two numbers which are close to a base that we can remember or recollect without any hurdle, without any difficulty. Let's understand. Very simple thing. First, let's start with the big number where we can appreciate the Sutra Nikhilam. For example, you need the product of 1001 multiplied with 1002. You try to do on your own in your own techniques. First, if it is easy for you, then forget about the Sutra Nikhilam for this number. That's number 1. If it is difficult for you, entering the product of these two numbers in your own known way, then you let's learn from the Sutra Nikhilam how we can do it. First and foremost thing, let's write these two numbers to understand in a neat manner. 1001 and then 1002. So now we are writing the base for these two. The base for these two is how much? 1000 is here and here also 1000, and the deviation for this is 1, deviation for this is 2. First we will do the product of these numbers, the deviation. The product of these two numbers is 2, correct? Now the base is having how many zeros? 3 zeros. So this number we need to increase it to the 3-digit one. Now this is the right hand part of the product. Now the left hand part of the product, you take any number and add that with the deviation. Write it here. 1001 plus 2, that is 1003. That's it. Now you have got the answer. You club this and this and write it here. 1003 002 is the answer. You see how quick it is, the Sutra Nikhilam. So we are learning from the big number and then appreciating how it helps us. Now let us learn step by step. Let's take the 2-digit number. I'll pick the example from the book so that final answer can be cross-checked by me so that there will not be any errors. Let's take 12 multiplied with 14. So now you write the numbers in vertical sequence like this, 14, 12 and 14. Let's write, you know the base for both the numbers, that's 10 and 10. It should be the common. The base for the two numbers should be common. Only then you can apply this principle. So deviation is, for 12 the deviation is 2, for 14 the deviation is 4. So the right hand part is 2 4 is 8. Now here 12 and 4 you can add these two and then get these two numbers here. Summation 12 and 4, that's 16. So the product is 163. Whether it's right or wrong? Yeah, it is right. Answer 163. Now similarly, let's take one more example to understand in a better way. Let's take 98 multiplied with 97. So you know the base is 100 here. By seeing these two numbers, you can recollect that the base, closest base is 100. And you have the deviation for 98 as minus 2. Keep it dash on the top. 97 will 3. It's minus 1. So right hand part is 2 into 3, which is both the minus numbers. When you product, multiply both the negative numbers, you will get the product as positive number, that is 6. How many zeros are there in the base? That's 2 numbers. So you have to make this as double digit number by adding the 0 here. So 98 and you add one base here. 98, one base is minus 3, that is 95. The product is 9506. Let's see what is the right one. 9506 is the right answer. So here we have to appreciate 3 things. Number 1, if the numbers given in the multiplication problem or close to a base, like 100, 98 and 97 are close to 100. First you need to identify that. Then how many zeros are there in this, you need to register in your mind. Write the deviation for both the numbers from this base, minus 2, minus 3 for this. Now, for first right hand side of the product, that is minus 2 and then minus 3, that is 06, because both are negative numbers. When you multiply them, you will get the positive number, that is 06. And take any number and the base of other number, deviation of other number, add them and then you will get the left hand side of the product. 98 is one number, deviation of other number, that's minus 3, 98 minus 3, that is 95. Here because it's minus 3, we're adding 98, adding only, always adding. 98 add minus 3, so that is nothing but 98 minus 3, this way. If there is no negative symbol on the deviation, there is no necessity to do this way. Directly 98 plus what are the deviation. So now let's see a bigger problem. For example, you have 106. Okay, 106. 106 and 107. Now you know the base is 100. The nearest base is 100. You know this. The deviation of 106 is 6. It's a positive. You do not put any dash on the top. 107. The deviation is 7. Now let us multiply this. You have the right hand part. 6 7s are 42. You know this. The base is having the 2 zeros and the number on the right hand side is having 2 digits. So there is no worry. Now you take one number and the deviation of other number, add them. 106 plus 7, that is 1 1 3. Here's the answer. That's 1 1 3 4 2 is the answer. If you want to do in your own methodology, like 106 multiplied with 107, you have your regular method. 7 6 are 42. 0 is done. 7 0 0 0 1 6 106. So 2 4 13 1 1 3 40. That's the answer. So you know this way and then you know this way. Here what happens is when you practice this, slowly from 106 and 107 you can make out that the base near to these two numbers is 100, and then immediately you can make out that 6 and 7 are the deviations. 6 7s of 42 will come straight away on the right hand side, and then 106 plus 7 is the deviation of other number. You add it and write it. You may not be doing all these two steps also, all these three steps. Means writing deviation, product, and then summation and all this. Straight away you will be writing 11342. Or first you may write 42 and then 113. That's it. So now let's see one more example which is having one positive deviation and then one negative deviation. So 104. Let's take an example which is having one positive deviation and one negative deviation. Okay, 88 and 109. I'm taking the example which is there in the book so that once we get the answer we can cross check so that there will not be any errors. 88 multiplied with 109. Let's do this. 88 109. So the base, closest base is 100. 88 kilo is 12 and 109 kilo it's 9 straight away. So here you have 12 lines up. 12 lines are 108. But you have the base with two zeros. So this 108 you will be representing in the 2-digit format. 108. 1 will be here. Now you have 88 plus 9 or 109 minus 12. Anything you can take. So adding these two or adding these two. You will get 97 here. 97 has come and then this is 108 is having the minus number here. All these are minus. So these are all minus because one number is minus here and then one number is plus here. When you product, this is minus number. All digits are minus. So this right hand part has come, left hand part is 97. You are adding this, you are shifting this one here. Why? Because only two digits should be there. Why? Because our base is having only two zeros. So this is 96, and then this is 08, but it is minus. So 9600, it's going to be 9600 minus 08, that's equals to 959. So the steps are increasing. Only one level step is increasing here. But however, the deviation product is same. Recognizing the base is same. The number of zeros in the base, identifying the number of zeros in the base is same. And then when you are shifting it from here to here, you are having one digit extra compared to the number of zeros in the base. So you are shifting this one here. That's minus 9, minus 1 is shifted here. 97 plus minus 1. It's like this. 97 plus minus 1. So that's the reason it's 97 minus 1, that is equals to 96. And also this 08 is also having the minus sign. So you are going to subtract it. But before subtracting this 08, you should not do it directly from the 96. Rather, you should first add two zeros on the right hand side of this left part of the product. That's 9600 based on the base. And then subtract this 8 from there, that's 9592. So now let's have some more examples for you to work out at the home with the help of parents. You may leave in the comments, suppose you don't understand something in this, you may leave it in the comments in the YouTube video, or if you are part of the WhatsApp group, you can just write it down, or directly message me by replying to this video so that I will address all those questions in the next class. So now let's take the examples. Exercise 8 into 14. So what is the base here? 10. What's the division for 8? It's minus 2. Division for 14 is 4. Next, 104 multiplied with 92. 95 multiplied with 105. I'm giving all these exercise problems for you. And all these are from the book called Vedic Mathematics. I have shown this, you see the previous videos, you have where from you can get all these books. 7 into 19. 96 into 102, 98 into 104, 9 into 18, 9 into 18, 91 into 115. This is a very good principle in the Vedic mathematics wherein you are going to do the product at ease. Once you have the numbers very close to a base, whether 10,000, 100, 10,000, 1 lakh, 1 crore, where the base is very close to these two numbers, immediately you should recollect that Sutra Nikhilam will help us in doing the product. Here the base is 10, here the base is 100, here the base is 100, here the base is 10, here the base is 100, 100, 10, 100. That's how it is. Okay, thank you so much, children and parents. We shall meet in the next class. Bye.